Anyone who grew up watching 80s cartoons will have surely seen Thundercats, and if you didn't, where the hell were you? Go throw yourself off a cliff. Anyway, the Thundercats are led by Lord Lion-O, the most useless leader in the entire history of cartoon characters. He always relies on his sword or his friends to get him out of trouble.
I am Thunder, the sword of Omen, Lion-O, and his wretched sword. He calls his mangy friends to his aid with it. He defeats my monster creations with it. He destroys the most powerful war machines on Third Earth with it.
But he always manages to lose it.
Looks like you'll have to go on a diet for a while. Are you all right? There now. Everything's fine. Now I've got to find some way to get my sword back. What's going on here? That's enough of that. The sword. It's the sword.
A fool and his sword are soon parted.
In the first episode of Thundercats, we see Lion-O as a young boy, but he's so stupid that he forgets that he's not meant to age while in stasis. So when he wakes up, he's now an adult.
Button up. Oh, the suspension capsule. But how did it get to be so small?
I was really worried, Lion-O. I was sure it was all going to turn out.
You look a lot smaller too, Snarf. What's going on? Oh!
Lion-O's pretty big-headed. He always thinks he can cope with every situation, but then he always ends up in trouble.
You may need to summon us. Oh, I think I'll be able to handle anything that comes along. Whew, those things just have to be the Giantors. I could probably handle them myself. Don't be an old nanny. Can't take much experience to get this thing going.
Now, is this going to be trouble, or is this going to be trouble?
Now, let's see what Panthro's toy can do. It sort of got away from me for a moment there.
So I noticed. You could have killed yourself.
Lion-O usually gets pretty caned a lot, so let's have a listen to him.
I will pay whatever your price.
The price is your destruction.
Hey! I can't move! Let me go! My strength, it's fading. I must get out of here. Get out of my way! Let me out of here!
Lion-O usually makes up a story to tell to his friends, and then he always complains when people have never said thank you for his help.
And then the brute men just turned and walked away, without so much as a thanks. Is that why you fought to free them, Lion-O? For thanks?
You wasted your time then, didn't you?
You dare to make fun of me, the Lord of the Thundercats?
Lion-O's luck is so terrible. Even a simple carpet on the floor wants to try and cane him.
That's no way an impossible jump. Huh? Twister's got us!
Usually Usually when Lionel's goofing around and getting caned by all the enemies, his friends are, well, usually, well, look at Tiger, he's getting stoned.
I feel like, I'm flying.
You are flying, Tigra.
And as we can see here, Lionel also has his moments of, well, getting stoned by the looks of it. Talking rubbish as usual.
Pretty lights. Lights. Pretty.
Lionel doesn't really listen to what anybody has to say, nor does he like taking advice.
Yes, that's why I'm so weak.
Oh, I see. Where does that door lead?
Beyond that door lie the horrible creatures of the ancient devil priest, mumm-ra.
Then that is the way I must go.
No!
Boatman!
Who calls?
Take me to Mumm-ra's Black Pyramid, Boatman.
Lionel always says the most random and stupidest things that make no sense.
I must help the diamond fly.
Help who?
Well, all right, Snarf. Just to, please you. I vote we take him in.
Be not hasty in your decisions, Lionel.
The Thundercats! What happened? I feel so strange. Now, aren't you ready for some fun? Mumm-ra! Danger? But I don't see anything. Where am I? I was only fooling. I guess a joke doesn't seem all that funny when the joke's on you. I'll have to remember that.
Some characters are so in love with Lionel that they even try and imitate him, for God's sake. Despite having so many enemies, Lionel always has a nice word to say about them.
I'm sorry Captain Shiner went down with the ship. He was on the wrong side, but he was a brave man.
When things don't go Lionel's way with his sword or his claw shield, he'll often use the actual fingernails from the claw shield as a rope. However, being useless like Lionel is, doesn't always go according to plan usually. Lionel has a pretty short temper at the best of times. Let's have a look at that.
Cat's lair. I know every turn, nook, and cranny of the system, but I have the sword. Hey, turn down the lights. By salvage right. What?
Are you still training to be a knight?
Look, I don't know who you are or where you come from, but
Easy, Lionel.
now just wait a
You
minute.
dare argue with a knight?
I dare to...
Then let your toy sword speak for you. I can't stand it.
Lionel does do one decent thing, in that he destroys Mumm-ra.
Yes, Mumm-ra. Farewell.
Yep, you've guessed it, Lionel is pretty useless. But we love him here at Shitcase Cinema. Ho!
Whoa, another crazy step. I can't get a foothold. Now hang on while I pull us up to the landing. By Thundera! Lion-O, one time Lord of the Thundercats. One time, we'll see about that.